In this video, I will go in more details about how hormone therapy can reverse arterial aging. I was doing some videos already on this subject, but again, I do this research for myself and sometimes repeat results of my research and just to remember it, and so. But you can find more information on internet also. So, as always, I recommend you to download this presentation as PDF file from the link in this description. You can go to the references and the sources of information and learn more, make your own research. Don't rely on my opinion and try to understand what is happening. I hope you watched my short introduction about this, so without references, but now we can go to references, to sources of information which I used. So let's start. Hormones like estrogen, testosterone, insulin, and insulin-like growth factor also play a significant role in elastin production. Again, as you probably know from my previous videos, I believe that we are aging because of somehow, it is a miracle, we stop production of elastin fibers in adulthood. And as content of elastin fibers, they are long-living fibers. The half time of their destruction is about 70 years. It depends on the diet, but normally in 70 years, the content of elastin in our extracellular matrix drop in half or more. And it is considered, or I consider it, that this elastin shortage of elastin fibers in extracellular matrix, especially in cardiovascular system, is a main cause of the aging. So what we can do about this with hormones? Estrogens significantly modulate our body physiology, targeting keratinocytes, fibroblasts, melanocytes, hair follicles, and sebaceous glands, producing fat in skin, and improve angiogenesis, growth of new blood vessels, wound healing, and immune responses. Its protective function becomes compromised in postmenopausal women. Again, young women look beautiful and soft skin and good health normally, but then after 45 and after late of 40s, they're aging like spoiled milk. Yeah, this is quite normal. And men are aging like wine, at least some of men. Why? Because testosterone production can be kept steady till very old age. It is in difference from women. Women losing the ability to produce estrogen, but testosterone can be kept relatively steady. So it's again depends on your diet, depends on your lifestyle and your environment, but it is very different. For women, it is disaster that after late of 40s they losing a period, they look old, and again health is degrading very quick. Despite of this, in average they live longer than men, but okay, but this is another story. Okay, this decline in production of estrogen is associated with impaired wound healing, hair loss, pigmentary changes, hypertension, and skin cancer. Okay, you can go and read it for yourself. Insulin, a hormone which regulates glucose uptake and lipid production in the deposit tissue, protein synthesis, and glycogen storage in muscles, also promotes blood vessel dilation and increased blood flow. It is not very bad, you know, the resistance to insulin is bad, but insulin hormone is not bad. If you want to grow muscles, some bodybuilders inject insulin to grow muscles. Again, but this I don't recommend it, but you can improve or make some temporary increase in insulin level in your blood, but taking some honey, for example, honey, and the honey will work, or maybe sometimes I know I discussed it in my other videos, some sugars, not normal sugar, but some sugars can increase level of insulin without damaging your blood vessels and your health. So insulin promotes blood vessel dilation, increased blood flow, also increased protein synthesis and growth for your muscles. Meanwhile, insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes are associated with endothelium dysfunction, which include many cardiovascular disorders such as atherosclerosis and hypertension. Again, difference. Okay, first, what you develop first, it is insulin resistance, and when insulin resistance develops, then you have higher level of sugar, of glucose in blood, and this high level of glucose is considered as symptom of diabetes, but real disaster happens before, when insulin resistance develops. The development of arterial stiffness and hypertension in postmenopausal women can be significantly influenced by administration of exogenous estrogen, as many ways to use it, as injections and plaster, or maybe some pills. Some pills are most easy to use. Estrogen has several vascular protective effects, including promoting vasodilation, reducing vascular inflammation, inhibiting smooth muscle cells proliferation, and enhancing production of nitric oxide. Estrogen helps maintain elasticity of blood vessels by reducing the degradation of elastin and collagen in the arterial walls. It also modulates the expression of matrix metalloproteases, enzymes that break down the extracellular matrix proteins, especially elastin fibers, and thereby preventing the structural integrity of the vessels. Several studies have shown that estrogen hormone replacement therapy can reduce arterial stiffness and reduce blood pressure in postmenopausal women. Okay, you go to publications. It is indeed working. But not in young age, certainly. In postmenopausal women, they have low level of estrogen. Testosterone has vasodilatory effects, partly due to its influence on nitric oxide production, which can enhance vascular compliance and reduce arterial stiffness. Both low and high level of testosterone associated with greater cardiovascular risk. Testosterone replacement therapy with exogenous testosterone normally it is done by injections, but also plasters and also some other supplements can be used. Okay, it can have various effects on arterial stiffness and hypertension in aged men. It is again different from women. For women, estrogen is helpful because estrogen level drops a lot. Testosterone may keep steady for much longer in older age. It depends on your diet, on your activity, on your environment, but you can keep it relatively steady. Some evidence suggests that testosterone replacement therapy may reduce blood pressure in men with low testosterone level by promoting vasodilation and improving endothelial function. Yes, but again, to my opinion, much better to use natural ways to improve your testosterone level. However, testosterone replacement therapy increases the risk of cardiovascular related events. And older men with low testosterone or testosterone levels on testosterone replacement therapy have 8% increased risk of cardiovascular disease compared to those who are not on this therapy. Again, you try to inject or use this hormone replacement therapy, you are not supposed to live too long, okay? But yet it is very much promoted, especially from bodybuilders, and there are some people who promote the hormone replacement therapy for older people because, yeah, but there are natural ways to do it without much risk. DHEA may enhance endothelial function by increasing nitric oxide production and vasodilation, which helps maintain vascular elasticity. It also has anti-inflammatory properties that can reduce arterial stiffness. Therefore, DHEA replacement therapy might partly reverse arterial aging and reduce cardiovascular diseases risk in older adults. Yes, especially if you follow standard diet or ketogenic diet with a lot of green vegetables, don't consume enough of saturated fat from animals. Yeah, DHA can help. up to 100 milligram a day for all the men. I recommend it. Yeah. DHEA may act as an activator of calcium gate potassium channels. This induce vasodilation and reduce vascular resistance. DHEA in drinking water reduces hypoxic pulmonary hypertension in rats in condition of chronic hypoxia. Of course, rats are consume a plant-based diet. They are not bats and like insect-eating bats. So it's again for them. Yes, if you rely on plant-based food, yeah, DHA can help. So sure, and it helped to me. I was when I was on ketogenic diet with a lot of green vegetables, I saw improvement. Yeah. So, but yet then when I changed to carnivore diet with saturated fat from animal-based fats, yeah, it's no improvement. I didn't see any change. So it is relatively expensive DHA and also not easy to buy, not fake supplements. So sometimes they just sell fake pills. Okay, so however, DHA supplementation can have side effects, particularly in higher doses and especially in women. Women are not recommended to use more than 15-20 milligram a day, and men can use up to 100 milligram a day, so it's without big side effects. But for women, it can be disaster because it's a lot of side effects. I was talking about this in my previous videos. This may include hormonal imbalance, acne, hair loss, and mood changes, and long-term safety data are limited, so careful monitoring is advised. Okay, you can go to the publication. This is again, I go to details, but please find my previous videos on hormone replacement therapy. It is again very special subject. I used myself growth hormone injections, no help at all to grow muscle, absolutely no help. And moreover, I believe that it was in part because my aging was accelerated. So I was eating a lot of meat, up to 1 kilo of meat a day, going for 5 days a week. I was going to gym and was doing 2-3 hours intense exercises, and to my surprise there was not big improvement in my fitness and the muscles volume. So it didn't work. To my big surprise, only what I discovered that my aging was accelerated because of this carnivore diet, and because of that I didn't do it properly. I didn't understand what to do, because I was following the recommendation of so-called experts, like you have to rely on anaerobic exercises, on strength, develop your strengths. Yeah, this is what I was doing. Yeah, so I was doing very heavy exercises in the gym with weights, but again, nothing. Even my health after a year of this practice was dropped. Now, but it took me a while to recover and to reverse aging. So, to my experience, all this hormone replacement therapy is very dangerous and much misleading. You can use it again. Maybe I was taking some fake growth hormone therapy because these injections were expensive, but it was probably fake product. And other people will say, "Oh, you have to do it few years before you will see improvement." Sorry. In young people, injections of growth hormone work quite well in short while, but in older age, I'm 67, and that time I was 66. Pardon. I didn't see any improvement. I wasted my time, wasted my money in vain. I didn't try the testosterone replacement therapy because I was so much afraid of side effects. Yeah, but again, it is not, as I explained in my previous videos, in men, if follow proper diet and testosterone production is not dropping much. It is relatively steady throughout your lifespan. In difference from women. Women, somehow the production of estrogen is dropping. For them, maybe it is okay. Maybe it is okay to use some patches, etc. Okay, so to support my channel, you can go to and you can press button like and bell button, subscribe to my channel, ask question in the description to the video. I normally reply to the comments. And if you want to support more and participate in this research, contact me through my Telegram channel. Again, what I'm doing it is for my personal benefits. I don't make money from this. As you see, my channel is not monetized, so I'm not getting any money from Google, or it is, and you see not many subscribers, because again, people mostly rely on some people like David Sinclair or other so-called experts, which I consider very harmful. The advising of them are very harmful. Okay, I mean, for young people, no problem. Young people can do whatever they want, if they want, but how long they will live, it depends. Some bodybuilders who overuse these anabolic steroids, they just die in age of 30 or maybe 40. So is it worthwhile or not? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. But okay, you go to the research. Again, my opinion that you can do it all naturally. No need to DHEA, because DHEA produced from cholesterol. If you have enough cholesterol and if you follow carnivore diet, it's already good, but you can improve level of cholesterol even better, in difference from what medical professionals recommend. They recommend to reduce consumption of animal-based fats, and they recommend to use to eat more green vegetables, because green vegetables have phytosterols, and phytosterols are blocking digestion of cholesterol. And also, if you use statins are blocking production of cholesterol in your body, and then it is like, oh, it will extend your lifespan. Not at all. Cholesterol, we need cholesterol to stabilize membranes of our cells. And first of all, red blood cells have to be fluid, elastic, and because the erythrocytes, red blood cells, they go through small capillaries. They have to be deformed. If they are solid, if they are rigid, they cannot go through capillaries, and you are losing supply of oxygen to your tissues, and then all this cascade of degradation is happening because of chronic hypoxia and then chronic inflammation, etc., etc. So, okay, I don't know. That again, my opinion is, I am not medical professional. I express my opinion just for information purposes. I would never do it. And I try, again, what I do, I increase a natural production of this testosterone, and from animal-based fat. Again, my recommendation for the diet is very much different from other people. Even carnivore diet is getting very popular nowadays, and people are very aggressively promote it. And a few years ago, I was talking with people like Amber. Okay, I mean, some people who are quite famous for promoting this carnivore diet. And again, I was, they really behave very aggressively. I'm more flexible. I don't think that we have to avoid all carbohydrates. We have to we have carbohydrates, and especially what else, to eat a lot of meat. I was doing so and I saw devastating results of eating 1 kilo of meat a day, and so my aging was accelerated, I don't need it anymore. So now it took me long and to decide what to do, and only 6 months ago I started to follow more restricted, more modified carnivore diet. I yet rely on, I don't consume much, yet I may consume some plant-based food, like eat during the season I can eat 1 or 2 mango a day from my garden, because I don't use any fertilizers or any don't spray any pesticides or herbicides, so it is relatively healthy, but I don't have any cravings for carbohydrates. Honey is okay. Honey, even in large amounts, it's the same like alcohol. Alcohol in large amounts is devastating, and fructose in large amounts is devastating for your health. But in small amounts, like alcohol, few milligram a day, few milliliters of pure alcohol a day, in calculation, it's okay. You drink red wine, not bad, but don't drink too much. Or if you use honey, few milligram of honey a day, not bad. It works. It makes some. I mean, in small doses, it helps you to keep this hormesis. It keeps your immune cells and all your body in state of balance. So it is okay to use some honey, no problem. And also I use many other supplements. I don't disclose it here, all my protocols, because it is, again, I am not medical professional. So I'm not supposed to give any medical advice, but if you want to participate in the project and support it and to discuss in more details, contact me through my Telegram channel. We can think. Some people who participate in the research, they appreciate the improvement, appreciate a lot, I would say, but I don't much interested in many, because I tried actually, okay, sorry for taking so much time. I tried to get some financial support from governments and universities to reduce blood pressure, to improve elasticity of blood vessels, because it's relatively easy. I developed some advanced super enzymes to reduce stiffness of the blood vessels. And despite I was doing everything right, so in applying for positions in Singapore, Hong Kong, and China, and not in Germany, but the United States, it was just ignored. So conclusion is such that, of course, I understand why it was ignored, because if you will watch my previous videos, we are in very critical point of development where the disaster is coming. Our civilization is collapsing. Why it is collapsing? Because we have too low rate of fertility, and the number of old age people is increasing. And so you have to shorten lifespan instead of increasing lifespan to keep the balance, to keep this present societies stable, balanced. So we cannot, so we have fewer and fewer young people, working people, and more elderly people who rely on the pension and payments from pension funds. It is unstable. It is unstable situation, and this why instead of extending lifespan, it is all the efforts which are officially promoted are to shorten lifespan. Okay, so I understand why my research is not supported. But if you personally want to live longer, again, my idea was that if we can extend the lifespan and improve health of elderly people, then these older people can work till death, can work longer, not rely on pension funds, but to earn money themselves. But again, it takes so much to change in our society, because to get a job for elderly people, if you're older than 55, for example, almost impossible to get job. And then you have to understand what to do. I propose again to move to rural area to grow your own food, and I did it 14 years ago. When I was 53, I moved to Thailand, and I started farming, and I was producing food for myself. It was working perfect. I enjoyed it a lot. But again, in my opinion, this is a way of sustainable development of our humanity. But eventually, I see that if it is not accepted by society, then depopulation and collapse of population, collapse of Western civilization is inevitable. So if you want to survive, well, then a lot of things to do, and not easy, guys. If you think there is magical pill or magical diet to follow, and it is not so. It's a lot of all combination of your lifestyle, diet and supplements and other stuff has to be combined, and then we can return to the longevity up to 1,000 years, I believe. Because I don't see any, nature shows us examples that we can do it easy way, just by lifestyle and modification and diet, special diet, and maybe some supplements in old age, but it is possible. Yes, it is possible, and I see that I can reverse my aging, at least the aging of the cardiovascular diet, cardiovascular system, and aging of skin is different subject, and I will start to work on it, in a while. I know what to do, just a little bit busy maybe with some chores. Okay, have a good time, and wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.